G'day viewers, it's Wednesday, WAINGAFAT Wednesday time, where I talk about who am I not giving a fuck about today. And as we charge into Pride Month, or stride purposely into Pride Month, or sashay into Pride Month, whatever your thing is, you do you. As Pride Month commenceth, the ones I'm not giving a fuck about come out every year, and any time there's something to celebrate a marginal group, why can't I have a straight pride parade? And it's just like, what the fuck is... That's a rhetorical question when I say, what the fuck is wrong with people who say that? Because I know what's wrong with them. They're profoundly ignorant, bigoted morons. It's just such a stupid and willfully ignorant thing to say. It's like... People say, why can't I have a straight pride parade? Why isn't there a white history month? I picture them standing outside shopping centres going, where are all the non-disabled parking spaces? Like literally everywhere fucking else, you morons. And you use the gaming analogy. Why don't I get a straight pride parade? The same reason you don't get the blue shell in Mario Kart when you're already coming first. Okay? It's about leveling the playing field. It's about someone else having a chance. For fuck's sake, I've not just this random people saying it on the internet. I have seen reports that this may actually happen. People are lobbied successfully for a city council to allow them to have a straight pride parade. I mean, what is it that you don't get that the reason for queer pride parades, or even black pride parades, or any other ethnic group pride events, is because these groups have been told not only they don't have the right to be proud, but they don't have the right to exist. And this is defiance against that. And despite the bullshit that so many trolls on the internet say, straight white people are not under threat. It simply isn't true. So the idea of saying, I need to be equal and have a straight pride parade. You've never been told you can't exist. You've never been humiliated, chased, beaten and murdered for your sexuality. That is not a thing that has happened. And look, let's go there. Honestly, these people saying they want a straight pride parade because they deserve it. Well, you know what? If they get the shit beaten out of them by the cops and then raped by the cops afterwards, like the people at the Stonewall riots and the early pride parades all around the world had happened to them, then maybe you've got something. Then that's how you get me on side. If you stand out and say, we're straight, we have a right to be straight, we have a right to be proud, and as a result, the cops come and kick the living shit out of you, and the public response is, you fucking deserved it, then I'll support you. Then I'll defend you. But until that point, until the point where being straight is in and of itself a reason to be told you don't deserve to exist. The fact you can be beaten, raped, and murdered and have cops act like that isn't a thing. Which, again, I wasn't going to bring this up, but it just popped into my mind. Late 80s, early 90s, there were a series of murders in Sydney of gay men. They were lured to a beat, and it happened to be near a cliff. And they were beaten up and in some cases thrown off the cliff. There were multiple murders. And what we know is there were a number of perpetrators, but there was a group of young people, like pre-20-year-olds, not just guys either, involved in luring these gay men there and then beating them and or murdering them. And the cops didn't want to investigate. They just went, it's a suicide. A gay bloke just went there to commit suicide because there was a cliff there, despite all the evidence. And eventually, a couple of cops realised this was serial killings happening, and they investigated. And they were both straight. There was a male and a female cop who pushed the investigation, and they were straight. And they were vilified by other cops. Their life was made miserable by other cops. And for all the people who are going like, oh, don't over-dramatize it, the one thing that really gets me about these murders is the fact that people weren't prosecuted. And these people will now have probably grown up and have kids of their own, and they're serial killers. They have just murdered people they don't like, and they were never punished. They were never even seriously investigated. It was ages before any police put in any serious investigation. And these serial killers are just walking among us. And that's why there's gay pride and not straight pride. When your very existence is cited as a reason to vilify you, beat you, torture you, rape you, and murder you, you need to fight back. You need to kick back. This is not something that happens to straight people. And if straight people can't pull their fucking head in for 1 month and stop with this bullshit about, I need a straight pride parade, you're a worthless fucking piece of shit, and I don't give a fuck about you. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, make sure you subscribed so you don't miss my next video, because I do a lot of them. Jump in with a comment on this video, or let me know what you'd like me to do in another video, and hit me up on the various social media as well. Your support means a lot, so if you tell other people about the videos, that is one of the most positive things you can do to support me. Just share the video with your friends, put it on your social media, and tell them they should subscribe and join in. Or remember this easy song. Subscribe to AngryAussie and share this with your friends.